from summer 1995, and I tell you, I remember it well, because that was when PM Dawn got to number 5 here in Ireland with Set Adrift on Memory Bliss. And before that, well, you were listening to my man Greg, who tells me on this encrypted telegram message that he will be back on your radio next Monday at about 8 p.m. Well, hello, good evening, and welcome to Freedom FM's Night Cruise, 2 hours of the best in romance and relaxing songs from the 90s and the noughties. My name is Feargal. Thank you for joining me this evening. And I can tell you, as well as playing some great songs, I think, actually, I'm pretty sure I have a half-decent show planned out for us tonight. Now, if you're still going to be with us after midnight, then we're going to play a game called Triple Threat. 3 songs, 3 different speeds of 1 short snippet, and all you got to do is tell me what songs they are. Well, in this hour, you and I are going to get some Wednesday evening shifting on, and I'll explain more about that in a moment. And of course, right throughout the evening, I want to hear from you. So if you want to get in touch for any reason whatsoever, then text or WhatsApp me often and early on 086 206 8888. That's 086 206 8888. You can email me to hello@freedomfm.ie. And if you're on the socials, then you can search for Voice Actor Fergs, spelt as it sounds, on Threads, Blue Sky, Insta, and says.us. Right, with all that said and done, why don't you and I get comfortable and make some night cruise memories in 3, 2, 1. That's the chimes on Freedom FM's world-famous night cruise. Now remember, a little bit later on, we're going to have a go at this week's triple threat game. But first off, I want to get some Tuesday shifting on with you. If you're new to these parts and haven't a clue what I'm on about, but are somewhat Tuesday shifting curious, I think I'd better set out the ground rules. So, to get a shift on with me this evening, you need to be like me at work this Tuesday evening. And if you are, then get in touch with me and tell me who you are, where you're working, who you're working with, and what, if anything, is getting you through your Tuesday evening shift. So, if that's you, then get in touch on WhatsApp or text to 086 206 8888. That's 086 206 8888. And let's get some shifting on, shall we? It's Freedom FM's Night Cruise, your musical memories of the best romance, relaxing and chill tracks from the 90s and noughties. You know, I was just nosing through our big book of things that happened in the 90s and noughties, specifically looking at December 1993, which was the month when the Denzel Washington Tom Hanks movie Philadelphia was released. As well as that, we were all battered about the place on the 9th of the 8th to the 9th when a big storm blew in, causing thousands of pounds worth of damage, because we were in pounds back then, and also they didn't give storm names. In Hollywood, actress Shannon Doherty, who played Brenda on Beverly Hills 90210, got fired from the show, and take that, they released Babe. That's Rod, who, if I heard correctly, will be taking a bit of a break from his Vegas residency this summer to play the Glastonbury Festival. Anyway, from 1991, that's How I Told You Lately on the Night Cruise from Freedom FM, where it is time now to get into this week's Tuesday shifting bit, a part of the show where we say hello to everyone who is working the graveyard shift this evening. And let's start that by saying hello to Dennis Higgins, who sent me in this WhatsApp from Galway. Hi, Feargal, he says, can you do me a favour and say hello to me? I'm working in a medical devices business this evening, ensuring that the line is working correctly. It's the music on Freedom FM streaming through my headphones that's currently getting me through my shift. Well, thank you for getting in touch, Dennis, and I am glad to hear that something I am doing this evening is keeping you company. Now, up next, I can tell you that Harriet Lowy is being in touch from Monaghan. Virgil, she says on this WhatsApp, I'm the night receptionist at a hotel in Scotch Corner, where thankfully it's very quiet at the moment. It's the music on the night cruise and the endless mugs of coffee that are getting me through my shift. Well, thank you for getting in touch, Harriet, and good luck with the rest of your shift. And finally, for now, Joseph Lang, evening to you, Joseph, has been on from Cork to say, Virgil, this evening I'm in the depot at my work while my lorry is being loaded before I head off for a morning's drive around Kerry and Clare to make my drops. Can you say hello to Emma Normans and Carl Persons, who are also waiting for their trucks to be loaded? Well, thanks for getting in touch, Joseph, and I hope you, Carl and Emmy, are enjoying the music this evening. Now, if you are at work this evening and fancy a shout out on our Tuesday shifting bit, then why not reach out to me now on text or WhatsApp to 086 206 8888 and tell me who you are, where you're working, who you might be working with, and what, if anything, is getting you through your Tuesday evening night shift. That's from her debut album, which is called Great Expectations, and Tasman Archer took that song, Sleeping Satellite, all the way to number 1 back here in 1992. Well, good evening. You're listening to Freedom FM's Night Cruise, where we are just about to wind out this evening's Tuesday shifting bit, the part of the show where we like to acknowledge all the hard-working people who are on the graveyard shift at the moment. So let's not waste any more of anyone's time and say hello to Christopher Wright, who's in Navan in County Meath this evening, and he's been in touch to say that he is working at the moment in a famous Irish chocolate manufacturing company, which I suspect is called Lear. Anyway, Feargal says, Christopher, can you say hello to me? I work in production in chocolate manufacturing, and at the moment, I'm currently on my break having a healthy snack. It's the music on Freedom FM, Red Bull, and thinking of when this shift finishes at 3:30 that's getting me through the night. Oh, glad to hear you're having a healthy snack, Christopher, because I tell you, if I worked anywhere near chocolate, I wouldn't be able to contain myself at all. Now, this week's final Tuesday shifting shout-out goes to Lorna Dawson, who's been on to say, Feargal, can you say hello and good evening to me? I'm working in traffic control in Dublin tonight, making sure all the roads are clear and running well. It's the music on the night cruise playing in my headphones that's getting me through my break before I go back into the control room, says Lorna. Well, thank you for getting in touch, Lorna, and thank you for sharing what you're doing on your shift with us this evening. Now, remember, if you enjoyed hearing what people are up to on the night shift this evening, well, you know what you have to do. Tell a friend and tune in next Tuesday just after 11 when we'll do this bit all over again.